Welcome to Becoming Limitless. This is the podcast for entrepreneurs who want to optimize their life for freedom. I'm going to teach you how to upgrade your health, money, and mindset so you can have more energy, time freedom, and financial independence. I'm your host, Tanessa Shears. Let's jump in. Welcome back to the Becoming Limitless podcast. How has your week been going so far? Have you been getting your workouts in? Do you feel like you're being consistent right now? Well, if there's any struggle in that area at all right now, or if you're like consistently doing your 2 or 3 workouts and you want to level up, this episode is going to be helpful for you. This episode is 12 different exercise hacks that I use on a regular basis that you can steal right from this episode, and it'll help you be more consistent with your workouts. Now, if you didn't know, when my business opened, I opened it as a personal trainer. I had been personal training and teaching group fitness at a big box gym from 2008 all the way to 2014, so 6 years. And then I opened my own business and had a 6-figure personal training business. So not only was I absolutely in love with fitness myself, but it was literally my job to help my clients become consistent, specifically with workouts. So I'm going to be giving you the hacks that I have used myself over the years with clients over the years. Some of them you might have heard before, some of them might be new, but my goal is to just have you be like, I could probably try that. It would make me more consistent, right? Because we know a lot of the how, like we should do a workout or we want to do, strength training or whatever like that. But these are going to be more of the things that have kept me in love with working out over the years. Part of what inspired this episode was I like to post little mindset exercise things when I work out in the mornings on Instagram. So I'll post like something that made me consistent this morning or something that I struggled with and how I overcame it. And I started getting messages being like, these are so helpful, seeing inside your brain and how you handle all these things. So let's jump into the 12 different exercise hacks that you can steal to become more consistent with your workout. So the first hack is kind of what I think of as putting in 5 minutes to save yourself 20 minutes. Now, if I wake up, I like to do my workouts first thing in the morning. It's what works with my schedule, but you can apply this to any time during the day. If I get up in the morning and I don't have my clothes picked out, I don't have anything planned or prepared, God forbid I pick up my phone first thing in the morning, I get lost on social media by accident. Yes, no, I know it's not by accident, but I lose time scrolling and then I look up and it's 20 minutes later and now I can still do my workout, but maybe I have to shorten the stretch or I don't get to do the core section and it's rushed. And this happens so often that I have developed this strategy for myself to put in 5 minutes and save me 20. And here's how it works. The night before, which is pretty much I work out some form, walking, yoga, stretching, running, strength training, almost every day. So what I do is I do these things the night before. I pick out my workout. I decide if I'm going to do a hike or if I'm going to do a strength training class or if I'm going to work out on my own, do yoga. Like I pick it out ahead of time so I'm not standing there in the morning, poking around in my apps on my phone. Like, what am I going to do today? What do I feel like doing? So I have them picked out, sorted out ahead of time. The next thing I do is I get my clothes ready. And I make sure they are outside the closet because our closet has a really loud, squeaky door on it. And when you open the door, it's so loud. And so if I don't have my clothes outside of the closet in the morning and my husband is still sleeping, I won't open the door to wake him up. I just can't do it. I value sleep too much to disrupt his sleep just to get my clothes out of the closet. So another thing I will do is we have a home gym. Right now, I will set up my yoga mat so it's rolled out and ready to go. I have my water bottle filled the night before and put in the fridge. If I'm using my laptop to stream a workout, I make sure I have that set up in the gym, ready to go. Everything's in one spot. If you go out to the gym, maybe you have your gym bag packed and everything is all together. If you put in 5 minutes the night before, it could save you 20 minutes or even more wandering around the next morning being like, where are my shorts? I can't, is this sports bra clean? I can't find the water bottle. I don't know what workout to do. Like, I can't tell you, mental energy, I don't want to spend my most precious brain deciding energy of the day making those decisions. Like I've got bigger decisions, like also combating when my brain says I don't feel like it. So number one, get everything ready the night before and really inventory what are all the little pieces that could save you time. Make a list if you need to, a little checklist on a sticky note, put it on your bathroom mirror so that you can have that flow set up in the evening so you're ready to go in the morning. The second hack that I do is, you know how I told you I take my gym clothes and I take them out of the closet because the door is noisy. Well, one thing I actually started doing was I would put them all nicely on a hanger, kind of like as if they were in like a Lululemon or something. And I would hang up my shorts and my sports bra and the socks and maybe the sweater that I'd have if my gym was cool in the morning. And here's what I do differently. I put them on the doorknob to my bedroom on the way out. So on the inside of the doorknob, I hang the hanger there with all of my gym clothes there. And here is why. When I see that in the morning and my brain starts rallying of like, do I really want to do this today? I look and see my clothes on the doorknob there. And it is a reminder of who I wanted to be the night before when I wasn't tired, when I wasn't feeling stressed out, when I wasn't anxious, when I wasn't feeling lazy. It is literally when I'm getting my clothes ready the night before, I'm like, I want to be the person that works out tomorrow. I am this person. And by putting it on my doorknob to get out of my room, I can't walk by it without that visual reminder of this is who you said you wanted to be. Are you really going to walk past us, the clothes as if they're speaking? Are you really going to walk past us and decide against who you wanted to be when you weren't dealing with all the feels that you have right now? So honestly, I can't tell you how many times I've looked at them and I'm like, and I will put them on because this miraculous thing happens. Once my workout clothes are on, the workout is game on. I don't know why it makes such a difference, but if I walk out of my bedroom without putting my gym clothes on, the chances of me doing that workout drop by like at least 60 to 70%. So quick little hack, put them somewhere that you have to walk by and you get that reminder of who you wanted to be the night before. Hack number 3, prepare not to feel like it. Did you hear the key word in that? Prepare. Like, you are not going to want to feel like working out every day. And if you have the belief that you will want to, you should want to, you're supposed to want to, you are setting yourself an expectation and you will feel disappointed. And that disappointment feeling is heavy. You won't have prepared for it and you'll wait until you feel better to work out. And here's the deal. I told you how long I have been in the fitness industry, right? 2008 to 2024. That is 16 years. It's 16 years. I would say at least 70% of the time I wake up and I don't want to work out. 70% of the time. And this is something that I have centered my career around. So if you are someone who, I don't know, maybe you have a business as a money coach or you are you have a product base. Your business is not in the health and fitness industry. It's probably higher than 70%. So how about this? From now on, just expect that you're not going to want to work out. And then you won't be surprised. And you're going to be like, self, I'm going to feel negative tomorrow morning. There's a very high chance of it. And when you feel this, here's what you are going to do, right? So for me, I don't let my brain make choices on workouts in the morning. I make them the night before when I was putting my clothes on the bedroom door. In the morning, I don't get to make a choice. That choice is made for me unless I wake up very ill. Okay? So in that morning time when you wake up, that willpower, your decision making is higher. So if you often don't feel like working out and your workout is currently at lunch or the end of your day or right after work, maybe you need to put your workout in a spot in which you have to battle your own brain less, right? And for me, I have better willpower in the morning. I have already prepared for not feeling like it, so it's easier for me. For some reason, if I schedule workouts in the afternoon, I've just learned for myself that they usually don't get done. Sometimes they do. It's just not as effective in the morning for me. You got to find your time for you. The other reason I really like morning workouts, and I know this means you have to go to bed earlier, wake up earlier. I get it. Trust me. But in the morning, there are just less interruptions, right? Maybe your kids are still sleeping. You didn't get a last minute email that came in. You didn't get someone coming in your office saying they need you to review something and you didn't need to grab groceries last minute. There's less interruptions in the morning, right? And of course, if your workout is in the afternoon, then something is more likely to come up. So if you have the opportunity to experiment with putting it earlier in the day, that's something I'd highly recommend you consider just as a test. And if you hate it, you go back to what you're doing, right? The other thing that really helps me on those days that I don't feel like it is visualization. So this is like, straight up, this is going to sound so cringe. And I know it's cringe when I'm sitting here telling you this, but whatever, it works for me, and I'm sharing things that work for me, okay? So I visualize myself fit, tight, nice arms, nice butt. I picture myself in my spandex, in my gym, as this like hot, fit mom. And I am just feeling so proud that I've kept myself in shape, and that like in my head, if someone saw me, they'd be like, wow, she's a mom of two. She's in great shape. Like that in my head, for some reason, I'm like, yeah, I'm a fit mom. And I just like, I'm in my workout. I'm that fit mom. Like I have like my ego blown up in my head and my confidence, and I'm telling myself you're awesome. And like, even in this stage now where I'm like working on changing my body composition a little bit, I'm just like, it's okay. Like, damn, I'm going to be that bitch when I get that body. Like that's in my head. I told you it was cringe, but to be honest, like this visualization has gotten me to my workout more times than I'd care to admit. So find yours. I don't know. Maybe you're playing a sport. Maybe it's sexy photos. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is for you, but you gotta find it, tap into it, picture yourself. Like there's another one I have. I might as well just share while we're here because we're friends, right? But I had this vision of me, and it's happened in my life before, so I know how to call on that. Sharing, like looking at myself in the mirror and being like, dang, I look lean. Like, and I play that and I am like, okay, this will feel good. Or like, ooh, arms look good in that photo. Yes, they do. Right. Like you know what? I think all of us care about what we look like, despite the fact that, we are here to talk about health and energy and focus. I care what I look like, right? Like it's pride for me. It's like hard work that shows on the outside of my body, that shows that I have put in a long-term commitment to seeing this through, right? It's not something you can fake. It's not, you could buy parts of it, but you can't, it's something that just genuinely represents effort, hard work, and discipline. And I feel like it's an outward expression of who I am on the inside. So prepare not to feel like it. I gave you some ideas for that, all right? Hack number 4. Get a personal trainer. If this isn't in financial reach for you, get an accountability buddy. Or it is finding some way to keep you accountable. And here's the reason why I like a personal trainer. Most people are willing to do more for themselves, show up on time for other people, more than they am for themselves. So if you can't get yourself to show up, just recognize you do have some mindset work to do. You do have some self-coaching to do, but getting a personal trainer will get you over the initial hump. Paying someone $100 for an hour, and if you don't show up, that's $100 that goes up in smoke. I know that is enough to motivate a lot of people. I've had clients, all of a sudden they get a personal trainer and their accountability issues with their fitness are gone. But if you don't want to hire a personal trainer, I've got a good one for you. Are you ready for this? Give your friend somebody who you know would do this. Give your friend 10 $10 bills or 5 $20 bills or 25, you get the point, right? $100 worth of bills. And then every time you do your workout, you send them a selfie of you doing that workout and you get $5 back, okay? Every time you don't show up to your workout, they get to keep your $5. Or your $20, or maybe they donate it to charity or whatever like that. But it is a financial incentive. And if $20 doesn't do it for you, do $100 bills. And every time you don't show up for your workout with a selfie, they get to spend or burn or donate your money. Like there's actually apps that will do this for you. But I just think it's easy just to give the money to a friend. And if I don't show up, you get to keep that money. Like for me, I'm financially motivated. That would work for me, right? That pressure to show up. Hack number 5. This kind of comes back to what we told before. We got to learn how to self-coach. Self-coach is to take a look at what is going on in your brain, the chatter, the noise, the thoughts, the beliefs, the conversation that is creating the emotional chaos that is causing you to not show up to your workouts. Hear this loudly. Thoughts, aka sentences in your brain, are not facts. Thoughts are not facts, okay? So I need you to start paying attention to what's going on in your brain. What garbage are you telling yourself, right? Like if your brain says work is more important right now, or I'll do it later, or I worked out yesterday, or I'm sore, or I'm tired, or my shoulder's bugging me, the kids are here, I'm hungry, my house is messy. Like all of these things are your brain selling you on the result of not working out. You need to, when your brain comes up with that crap, like work is more important, you need to answer it with the truth. Is work really more important than your health, than your energy, than your focus, than the example you're setting for your kids, from your ability to be patient, your relationship with your spouse, right? Is work really more important? You need to answer that, right? And then after you start getting curious, I want you to get curious then and ask yourself questions like, why am I buying this garbage that my brain is giving me? Like, I keep saying to myself, like, I'm too tired. Like, okay, sure, your brain offers that, but do you ever wonder why you're buying it? Like, why are you buying what your brain is selling you, right? Or maybe ask yourself, like, what feeling am I trying to avoid? If it's discomfort, like, are you really not going to have the health, the body, the confidence, the energy, the focus that you need because your brain was like, I don't want to feel bad for a couple of minutes while we get this workout started, right? Or another good question, what is also true right now? Okay, sure, I am tired, but what is also true? I committed to this. What is also true? I feel better after I work out. What is also true? I don't need to do an hour. It can just be 15 minutes, but we all know when you do 15, you want to continue. Or there's nothing more important than my health right now. Like that is true. I can do 5 minutes. That is true. How do I want to feel in an hour? I will feel better in an hour. True. I'm taking care of my body. True. Do you see? Like, I really want you to start, pretend you are a salesman. Like think about a car salesman. How hard do they try to sell you? You need to be that fierce with the health that you want. If you want to exercise and work out regularly, you need to like bring on that salesman energy, go to work, sell yourself on why you do want to do it, okay? You got to learn how to self-coach. Hey, pause for just a moment. Do you want my top 12 ways to biohack your energy? I've created an entrepreneur's playbook that holds my favorite tips and tricks to help you have highly productive mornings in your business. If you're looking for a boost in energy and focus, I think you'll really like this free playbook I've created for you. Check out the link in the show notes to grab it. Hack number 6, plan your workouts ahead of time. So if you are one of those people that have a true passion for working out, and you wake up in the morning and you're excited about it, like you're going to plan your workouts ahead of time as something for fun. Like sometimes what I like to do is sit down on a Saturday and just map out what the week workouts look like. That is a small section of the population that does that can just, hit the gym and they know exactly what they want to do and they want to work these muscles and all of these kind of things. But the majority of us, that's not it, okay? And you need to plan when they are ahead of time. Because when you say, or you allow your brain to say, it's Sunday, I'm going to work out twice this week, that rarely works. Because what ends up happening is you say like Wednesday, Saturday. Wednesday comes, you're busy, so you push to Thursday, and then it gets pushed to Friday. And now you don't want to do 2 workouts back to back, and so you'll just start again next week. Like we get stuck in this, right? So I need you to pick when those workouts are happening. Monday at 6:30 a.m., Thursday at 1:30 p.m. They are blocked off in your calendar. Your partner knows what you're doing. Your kids know what you're doing. You've told them this is for me. I'm happier. I'm a better person in this family. I'm a better boss. I'm a better team member. Whatever it is, I show up better when I work out. So this is as important as a Zoom call on my schedule, right? This goes also for knowing what you're doing. We talked about this earlier. Have your workouts picked out ahead of time or done. Hack number 7, make it fun. right? Take the thinking out of it. Like, very few people enjoy sitting there being like, what workout should I do next? I mean, there's a couple of us, but we also probably built our careers around this. But okay, make it fun. How do you do that? I honestly, huge recommendation on workout apps. Like, they've come a long way. If there is an influencer you love or a company that you love, see if they have an app. Try it out for a month. Like, it's so interesting. I've heard this thing before where people are like, $14 a month? That's so expensive. Or $30 a month? That's so expensive. When is the last time, though, that you went out for a meal and it cost you triple that, double that, to enjoy this delicious tasting meal that also probably was poisoning your body, right? Like, I mean, if we are willing to spend money on things that don't necessarily support our health, we should sure as hell be okay with spending money on things that do support our health. Okay? So for me, I actually am subscribed to 2 different apps right now, and I do pay for them monthly, right? Number 1, Peloton app. You can just get the app. You don't need the treadmill and the bike and stuff like that, although you can do it on any bike or any treadmill. I didn't know this. They also have yoga classes, bar classes, Pilates classes, strength classes, meditation classes, stretching classes, everything. Like, it is more than just a bike or a treadmill class. They also have rowing classes. The instructors are top notch. You know, I have been in this industry forever, so I am so picky when it comes to instructors. And I must say, Peloton across the board. I have been with Peloton for over 5 years now, probably, since before I was even pregnant with my oldest daughter, and she's 4.5 now. So long time. It had to be probably 6 years. And I love them. So go try something new. Another one that I love is, I'm a subscriber to Alo Moves. They really excel in kind of that Pilates, yoga, meditation, sound bath, flexibility space, right? Like, I go to them to work on my splits, my handstands, my meditation, my yoga flows, right? And I use Peloton for like the strength training and the running on the treadmill and stuff like that. Anyways, they're so fun. I just click on a class. There's no thinking. They tell me what to do. I know they're well-planned programs. Again, there's hundreds of apps out there. You can also go on YouTube. There are so many influencers on YouTube who have full workout programs that you can do. You can buy a program from a personal trainer online, or get a personal trainer online, or get your trainer to write you a program to do. You can also just do a program that you write for yourself once and then do it like for 5 or 6 weeks. It does not need to change every week, right? And why I like, having something be simple in the gym, like Peloton, for example, is because in our businesses, we spend so much time thinking about, oh gosh, marketing, lead generation, program delivery, sales, backend, funnels. Like, we spend so much time thinking about these things, like team members, everything, that it is nice not to have my workouts and what I'm doing and what exercise I'm doing as yet one more thing to think about, one more thing to do, right? I don't have to think what exercises I do. I don't have to wonder if the plan is balanced. I don't have to wonder how many sets to do, which exercises, how many reps. It's just done. And I value that because my brain power needs to be set aside for bigger things in my life, creating my business, being a mom, having fun. And so it adds fun to that. That's what I gotta say. Hack number 8 is habit stacking. So this is very similar to what I learned in James's clear book, Atomic Habits. And it's this idea of, if you take your workout and you attach it to an existing routine, right? So you take something that you do regularly, like a habit, and you stack a new habit on top of it, so that when one habit happens, it's a trigger to start the next habit. So for example, when I used to drink coffee in the morning, I would have a cup of coffee and then go right into my workout. And that coffee was the pregame for my workout, right? Or I have a client who would go on a walk as soon as she was done work. So it was set up as this beautiful transition between work and life. But as soon as her work day ended, she went for a walk. It was just something that was a natural habit stack. Another thing that you could do is stretch after you brush your teeth at night. Like you brush your teeth every night. Why not link that to a 5-minute stretch? That's what I've been doing with my physio exercises. Specifically, I am habit stacking my physio exercises. I have TMD, so temporomandibular disorder, really tight jaw. And I have been doing my physio exercises and habit stacking that with my evening reading because I can read a book and I can do all my jaw exercises at that time. And that is how I've become so consistent at my physio exercises, is that they're paired with something I always do every day. So stack your workout with a habit. Hack number 9, use your circadian rhythm and morning light exposure to your advantage. So by exposing your eyeballs to natural light in the morning, I'm not talking about with sunglasses on or anything like that. It's just like cloudy day, sunny day, rainy day, whatever it is, by getting outside first thing in the morning as soon as you are able to, it helps you regulate your internal body clock or your circadian rhythm. I've done entire episodes on circadian rhythm. You can go and check those out if you want to understand this more. But basically, when that light enters your eyes, it up-levels alertness, energy, focus, and all of that. And this can really boost your energy and make it easier to wake up early for a workout. Some of the ways I've put this into play is in the house that we're in right now, I love doing yoga on the deck. We've got a huge deck and it is east facing. And I love getting out there in the morning and doing yoga. It's such a yummy way to wake up. I go on walks in the morning as well. Like cloudy days work too. You just need to be out a little longer, more in the 10 to 20 minute range, but walks work fantastic. You get moving and you get that light exposure. And the bonus is when you exercise outside, that heat that you generate from your muscles contracting and you working out, that heat doubles the effect of the light on the eyes. It also serves to boost circadian rhythm, alertness, energy, focus, all of that kind of stuff. So when you are outside and you are moving your body, you get a double hit of energy in the morning. It's a great combo. All right, rounding on the last quarter of our list. Hack number 10. Cold showers. Take a cold shower before you work out. It's wild. Like if you've ever done cold showers before, you know that exposing your skin to cold water can really I'm awake, I'm alert, my energy is up, and it really can help with motivation. Now, where you're going to have to use the motivation is to get into the shower, but that's another story. But if you have the cold exposure, this can help to motivate you to actually exercise and get going and increase those feelings of well-being and all of that. The other reason I really like starting sometimes with cold showers is it starts the day with something hard, right? Because if you start the day with something hard, everything else feels doable, right? Like if you're like, dang, I just got a cold shower in the morning, I can do anything today. One precaution though is it is recommended not to do cold shower or cold exposure after strength training, because what it does is it's an anti-inflammatory, right? It reduces inflammation. But if you want your muscles to grow and you want to get stronger, you need that inflammatory process to happen. So if you're doing just cardio or yoga or something like that, you can always shower after. Just don't cold shower after a strength training workout if you want to prioritize muscle growth. Last other warning on cold showers is do be conscious. If you have a regular menstrual cycle that you get, if you're in that season of your life right now, be conscious of where you are in your cycle. Because if you are having cold showers in that last 7 to 10 days, it's important to know that cold showers do spike adrenaline and they spike cortisol. Those are hormones and neurotransmitters that are excitable, right? They make your nervous system in that fight or flight response. And so if you are in a season of your menstrual cycle, like the 7 to 10 days before your period starts, and you are exposing yourself to further things that ramp up stress, it can actually affect some other hormones, make PMS worse, make stress worse, the whole 9 yards. So just be conscious of that. All right, number 11, wear a fitness tracker. A fitness tracker, right? A wearable fitness tracker is something that you can provide real-time feedback, right? You can see your heart rate. You can see your number of steps. You can see your calories burned. You can set daily goals. And maybe something that even reminds you to stay active, right? And the data can really motivate you, depending on how you view the data, to be consistent. I love using it for me, right? I love seeing my steps. That's a big one that I monitor. Another one that I really like to do is check out my heart rate while I'm working out. If I want to be, doing a heart health cardio, I know there's a certain heart rate range I want to be in. If I'm pushing really hard, I love to see what kind of max heart rates I can hit. So there's lots of different ways. I like to track the consistency, but I will say if you have an Oura Ring, I don't recommend Oura Ring for activity tracking currently, although it does have those features. It's just not as good as the devices that were specifically designed for activity, right? Oura is good if you're running, biking, or walking. It can record live heart rate, but everything else pretty much has to be entered manually or synced over from another app. I have a Fitbit. People have Apple Watches, Garmin, Whoop. I'm sure they all work. But what really works for me is I'm competitive with myself. I love getting 7,000 steps. I like checking things off. I like achieving goals. And I use this fitness tracker in combination with a chart that I keep on the fridge. And it's really simple. It's like, did I drink my morning water? Did I take my morning vitamins? Did I take 7,000 steps today? Did I take 10 minutes to stretch? Did I do my physio activities? Then basically I'm able to go through there every day and check off what I did. And that's super motivating for me. And I love it. I think it was this another Atomic Habits thing maybe, or a Jerry Seinfeld thing? I'm not sure. Anyways, there's something called Don't Break the Chain. And it's like when you see you're on like a 6-day streak of drinking your water in the morning or a 6-day streak of your stretching, you don't want to break that chain of check marks, right? Like it's almost more motivating to keep going. And so I love this idea of like by monitoring it, it keeps me motivated. The very last, I actually thought, what's funny? While we're doing this podcast episode, I thought of a bonus and I will give that to you after. But let's go to our 12th hack to help you be more consistent with your workouts. And I think it's the most important. And I feel like we're going to be like, of course you would say that, Tanessa. It's sleep. If you are getting lousy, fragmented, disrupted sleep, it is going to be so hard to stay consistent with your workouts. Think about it. Who's ever wanted to work out when they feel exhausted or tired in the morning? Like, not me. So by getting good sleep, it makes it so much easier. You don't need to make it harder than it needs to be. On top of that, while you are sleeping, specifically during your deep sleep phases, your body releases something called human growth hormone. And it releases some other stuff, but this is what is responsible for repairing your body from your workouts during the day. If you do not have adequate time in that repair, you are not going to get as much from your workouts, meaning you can work out till you're blue in the face. And if your sleep is lousy or inadequate, you are making your workouts so much less effective. So my encouragement to you would be to consider prioritizing sleep if you are working on your fitness, if you want better cardiovascular health, strength, muscle mass, flexibility, you want to heal faster, recover, sleep has to be priority. And if you are waking up after 5 or 6 hours of sleep to get a workout in, I would rather have you sleep than get a workout. For real, it's going to benefit your health more long-term. Now, this is not to say don't work out, but you need to prioritize sleep, getting at least that 7 hours asleep, not in bed, asleep, to 8, even 9 hours if you need a really good recovery after a hard workout every single night. I've got tons of episodes on sleep if you want to go scroll through and check those out. Now, here's a bonus tip I thought of. And I don't know that this works for consistency, but it definitely gives me a short-term boost in motivation. Have you ever just wanted to work out when you get new workout clothes? Like, I don't know, if I get a new sports bra or I get new shorts or a new shirt or new shoes, like I just get this like, oh, I want to go work out. I want to get into my new workout clothes. And I mean, if you were using this to be consistent, this would be very expensive. However, if you're maybe wanting to kickstart yourself after you've been in a rut for a while, maybe you go get yourself a fresh new workout outfit. Like I'm all about a cute sports bra, some new shirts. Like there was a phase in my life early in my personal training career where this is before my husband moved in. I was like 25 years old, 24 years old. I was making really good money as a personal trainer. And in my bedroom, I bought my own townhouse when I was like 25 years old. And in the bedroom, there were 2 closets, right? One of my closets was what I call normal clothes, and the whole other closet was fitness clothes and like Lululemon pants. And I dressed like a traffic cone at the time. Everything was neon. But like, I loved walking in that closet and feeling like I was in a Lululemon dressing room. What do I want to wear? And so maybe you set up a fun little area in your closet with your workout clothes, or you fold them all cute in your drawer so that you can see all your outfits. Or maybe just like if you don't have workout clothes, maybe just invest in a pair of a sports bra or a pair of shorts or something that just make you feel good. I know for me in this phase of life I'm in, I've had 2 kids. I don't feel good in all of my teeny tiny low-waisted shorts that I used to wear when I was 27 years old. I am a mom, so I love my high-waisted spandex stuff now, and that is the stuff I go to. So if you don't feel awesome in your clothes, go get some new stuff. That's just a good bonus for you. Okay, there we did it. 12 exercise hacks and a bonus. I would love for you to steal them, and then hopefully you be more consistent with your workouts. If you have any of these hacks that you're like, you missed this one and it's awesome, DM me on Instagram and I will make sure to share it out so that everyone can hear your hack, because the more hacks, the better, right? If anything we can use to be more consistent, it's amazing. So just feel free to jump over there, DM me at Tanessa Shears. And if you found at least one hack that you're like, okay, we're going to try that this week, can you leave me a review on iTunes or Spotify just saying like, hey, this was awesome. This is helpful. This is how I've used what I've learned. This is always so valuable to me. And I can't tell you how grateful I am when you guys take the time to just reflect on what you've learned, what's been helpful. It warms my heart every time I pop onto the iTunes reviews and just get to see all of you guys, and like wishes I knew who your faces were behind these reviews. But I appreciate you so much. I hope this episode has been helpful, and have a beautiful week full of consistent workouts, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Hey, if you love listening to this podcast, then you have to come check out my coaching program, Becoming Limitless. Together, we'll build a sustainable system for your health that is based in science and data that fits seamlessly into your busy schedule. Join me over at TanessaShears.com/becoming limitless. I'll see you there.